Hi, this is Jackie, founder of the Divine Manifestor Circle. And if I was going to give you a quick kind of overview of a strategy for your business, depending on the business that you run. So the first thing that you would want to know is who your ideal client is. So ideal client. This is key because if you don't know who your ideal client is, then you don't know who you are serving. Yeah, this is where the spray and pray approach comes in, because if you don't hone it down to who your ideal client is, then you're speaking to everybody, and that's when you don't get the message clear enough as to who it is that you want to target with your product or your service. Then you need to know what your main, you see my typing's not very good, what your main offer is. So this is, what do you want clients to do? What is your main goal? You know, is it to get a one-to-one client? So you want to get them on a coaching call. Is it a coaching package? Is it group coaching? Is it a membership? What is it? Where is it that you're leading them to in order for them to do more work with you? You know, is there a course that you want them to follow? Or is there a main product? So you need to know what your main offer is first, because then everything else is reverse engineered from that offer. So what do we mean by reverse engineer? So for instance, my main offer is the DMC, the Divine Manifestor Circle. So that is where I want to start funneling my people towards. But then everything else that I do needs to be able to link back to the Divine Manifestor Circle. So when we are thinking about lead magnets, the lead magnet needs to entice people who will be a good fit for the Divine Manifestor Circle. And this is what you need to do. So this will be then how you would create your, look at this, it makes me smile, your lead magnet. All right. So your lead magnet, or in other words, your freebie. So you create a lead magnet or a freebie. So it could be a workbook, a journal, or with some affirmation cards or something. We need to make sure that, the lead magnet or the freebie is something that they're not just going to look at and then it's like 2 or 3 pages and they just think, there's not much to that. You want to try and give them something really good for that email address, because obviously they're giving you the email address to get onto your mailing list. And if they're looking at the lead magnet and thinking, wow, this is what she gives for free, what's the rest of her products like? So you need to make sure that the lead magnet relates to your main offer. All right. And then you're going to have an email nurture sequence that when they get that lead magnet or that freebie, they are then put onto an email nurture sequence, and that email nurture sequence will lead them to buy into your main offer. That's the purpose of a lead magnet. Okay. And then you may have, whether you've got a Facebook group or Instagram, some of those emails can also be leading them into those other places as well. All right. And then when you've done that, you then might want to be thinking about a mini offer or an SLO. An SLO is a self-liquidating offer. So a mini offer may be like a £27 product, £33 product, up to like 47, but you need to make sure that it's got value in there. All right. So if you're selling it for 27, it needs to be worth like 47, 57, 67. So that might be a bundle of different things that you want to have. So for instance, I have my mini offer, the Sacred Mini Offer method, where I teach you how to create your mini offer from start to finish. It will help you with the content, it'll help you with everything. It's from scratch, and it's £33. So that's a mini offer. A self-liquidating offer is something that you will probably sell for under £10 or $10. And so I have my Manifest Like a Queen PLR bundle, which is £9. And the reason we tend to do this is because if we're thinking about running any adverts, psychologically, by a psychological way of thinking, something under 10 quid is kind of like a no-brainer. They don't really have to make a big decision about buying it. Whereas anything sort of 27 upwards to sort of 33 onwards, it's using a different part of their brain. You know, they're not, they have to think more about the buying of that product. Whereas a £9 one, they don't really have to think that much about it, because for what you're offering, it's a no-brainer. But then you'd need an order bump. Okay, and an order bump is when you see somebody's product and you then sort of scroll down, even before you get to say, yes, I'm buying this product, it's got a little order bump there where you can add on to it. So for instance, on my Manifest Like a Queen, I have my Spiritual Biz Bundle. It's a bundle of products that will help you to launch your business. And it's normally £33, but as on the order bump, I sell it for £27. So you're showing that there's a discounted price on there as well. Or it could be something that directly links to your mini offer. So for me, on my mini offer, on my £33 mini offer, I then have a sales extension pack, and it's directly related to the mini offer. So it goes through email sequences, and there are sort of mock-ups and things like that related to the product. Okay, and then you want a one-click upsell. I'm not editing this out. You can see how this is how I type. And a one-click upsell is, so you've got the main offer that you're doing, you've then got your order bump, and then when they have clicked that and they've put their card payment in, it then comes up with something that says, wait, your order is not finished yet. Or wait, before you go, why don't you have a look at this? And that's where you would put this main offer. Okay, so that's why this is different to the lead magnet. So this is where your main offer would go on this one-click upsell. This is just a quick overview of what you can do strategically to start getting more clients, more people seeing who you are. And yeah, and if you want any more details on this, obviously, if you want to come and have a look at the Divine Manifestor Circle. But hopefully this has given you a kind of like just a quick tour of all of the things that you could do to gain more clients. And if you enjoyed this video, then please also click the subscribe button, and also give me a bit of a thumbs up as well. See you soon.